Happy lunch hour, guys. All right, so let me ask you this. How many of you live in San Diego? Probably not many of us, okay? There's probably a few. And the reason I jokingly say that is, San Diego supposedly has the perfect weather. It's always 72 degrees or whatever it is. I've been out to San Diego. It's cold in the morning, but then the daytime gets nice. But here's the question. What are you doing to prepare yourself to deal with the elements in an SHTF situation? All right. How many, and I'm guilty of this one, okay? How many of you said, oh, it's raining outside, I can't do anything? I'm guilty of that a lot, okay? It's too hot outside. It's too cold outside. It's too humid. It's snowing. It's too windy, right? We've all said that. Let me ask you this. How many of you, those of you that go out and practice with your firearms, how many of you have gone out on a windy, rainy day to practice? Probably not, okay? You go out when it's nice and sunny and calm and, you can enjoy the day. Unless you live in San Diego, that's not realistic, okay? SHTF is going to be a hell of a lot more like a football game than it is like a baseball game, okay? Baseball, oh, there's a little bit of rain, postpone the game. Oh, there's a little bit of thunder, postpone the game. Oh, it's too windy, postpone the game. Lately, last 20 years, oh, there's snow on the ground, postpone the game. Football, unless there's a hurricane coming, the game goes on, okay? And we all know some of these games, the ice bowl or, whatever it is, where it's so foggy or so snowy or so rainy or whatever, and they still play. That's more realistic to an SHTF situation than a baseball game is. Okay. Are you getting outside in the heat of the day and working? Are you getting outside in the dead of winter when there's 2 feet of snow on the ground and doing more outside than shoveling the car out? Okay. Because this is what it's going to take to survive. There isn't going to be, gee, I'll wait till it gets nice out. No, you got to go out and pick vegetables. The vegetables love the rain, right? You got to get out and pick them in the rain. If it rains for 3 days, you got 2 choices. Either go out and get wet or not eat. Okay? In the heat of the day, sure, I don't like working in the heat of the day, but I still do it. It's probably about 8:30 when I'm recording this, and I've already been outside working. Why? Because I'm going to get as much done as I can before it gets hot. If I've still got work to do, I will do it when it gets hot. Because, like I said about a week ago, I have my little checklist of everything that needs to get done every day. If I get it done before it gets too hot, hey, cool, no problem. If I don't, guess what? I'm out working in the heat of the day. Now, this brings up the other part of acclimatizing yourself. You need to keep hydrated. So, we all talk about having water and things like that. When you're out working in the heat, you're drinking a ton of water. Think about that in an SHTF situation. You've got to get the work done, and it's hot outside. Okay? You've got to be walking guard duty at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the heat of the day. You need to stay hydrated. You will drink a lot of water. This is why I say that 1 gallon of water thing per person per day is complete BS. You need to work on acclimatizing yourself to adverse weather conditions now, getting used to it. There's some people who don't care, okay? They'll get out and do it. They've been doing this for years. There's other people that unless it's 72 and sunny with a calm, cool breeze, they're not going outside. That's not going to work. I mentioned this, I think it was on Saturday's live stream. The military, okay, when I was in, we trained, rain or shine. You know, remember the old postal code, the postman's code? Neither rain nor sleet nor snow, yada da da da, nor dark of night will stop whatever it would be. The mail got through. The military trains. You have to start having that mindset now to train your body, to train your mind to do what in a comfortable, perfect world, normal times, which are over, okay, you wouldn't normally do. Now, granted, there's some things that aren't really possible. Sure, you're not going to mow your lawn in a downpour. Just not going to work, okay? And yes, you are still going to need to mow the grass and everything. I've talked about that before, for the simple reason of, bugs like high grass. It's easier to hide. Bad guys like high grass. It's easier to hide in, things like that. So you need to keep your lines of sight clear for multiple reasons. But what are you doing now to get used to those conditions? Having an umbrella is not prepping for rain. Okay, it's certainly not. Having gas for the snowblower, having a snow shovel is not the only prep you need for winter. You could still be harvesting vegetables in the winter. Okay? Root cellar, right? Y'all seen mine. It's out in the yard, and not that it snows much here, but we do get some. Hey, you know what? I got to go out tromping through the snow if I want to go get potatoes or carrots or whatever I've got put away. Do you want to do it? No. But again, the difference is, do I eat or do I go hungry? Gee, I don't want to go outside. It's raining. Fine, then you don't eat today. But no, this is your duty. You need to go get whatever, okay? I don't want to go march outside for 2 hours. It's cold. Sorry, your duty for guard duty today. And we're not leaving the perimeter unprotected so bad guys can come in and steal whatever we have. Get your ass out there and do it. You don't want to do it. I get it. There's a lot of things in life we don't want to do, guys. Life is not perfect. And it certainly ain't going to be as close to perfect as we've seen for the last 50, 60, 70 years. Go back to World War II. Go back in Europe. Go back to the Depression. And look at what those people dealt with to survive. Shanty towns. Hopefully we're in better shape than we're not living in some corrugated metal building on the side, in an underpass, like homeless or something like that. There ain't heat there. Those people survived. Imagine being in London during World War II and the bombings at night over and over and over and over again. And you don't know when the troops are going to hit, if the troops are going to hit land and start coming to get you. This is the thing. We need to start training ourselves, or continue training ourselves, to work, to live, to function in adverse conditions. Because we're going to face them. There's no question. If there's a war, yeah, it's going to be adverse conditions. You're going to be making sure the Chinese or whoever don't come marching down the street and say, we're taking your house, without a fight, okay? You don't want to be in a situation where the power goes out and it's 100 degrees outside, heat index, or 100 degrees outside temperature for those of you guys in the desert, or some of you in the Midwest sometimes too, and go, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? You need to have acclimatized your body to be able to deal with that. Your body, your mind. Because that could be the difference between you surviving and not. Something to think about today. Have a good one. Pinball out.